this video is the third in my cabin series. The first was my cabin build and the second was painting the cabin and decorating inside, and I'll leave links to those two videos down below for you. But in this video I'm going to be attempting the deck, so we're going outside and I'll be doing the deck in Australia this season. It's summer and it's been really hot. If it hasn't been hot, it's been raining, and it's also been Christmas, so it's taken a little while for me to get around to doing this. It's probably about 6 weeks to 2 months. But in this video I will be staining the deck, and I'll also be adding a little feature to the front. So first things first, I guess, and that's taping off the side of the cabin because I don't want to get stain on the cabin. I'll be painting that separately at a different time. I'm just using packing tape. I mean, you can use masking tape, painter's tape or whatever, but this is what I had, and it's also a bit wider, so I thought it would give me extra protection as well. We're using the water-based deck and exterior stain by Cabot's, and I have used this before for the Merbau timber screens, and I think we'll need a few coats. It's dirt and mold resistant. It says allow timber to weather for 4 to 6 weeks, which is perfect because it's probably been a bit longer than that. So just sharpening the tin and giving it a good stir. I started doing this one afternoon. It was such a beautiful afternoon. It was a gorgeous day and it sort of inspired me to get going. It wasn't too hot, so I thought I'd get started. This is pine. Like when we had the deck, we were organising the deck. It's sort of George's cabin, and I said to her, you know, instead of getting the Merbau actual timber, we could get pine and just stain it Merbau. And I'm so impressed with this stain because we actually did a similar thing in our kitchen, sort of outside. It was like a cafe style bench, and we used a pine board and we stained it Merbau. We actually have the kitchen bench inside, which is Merbau, and I'm really impressed with the actual color of this. It looks really nice. I started to do a coat on the actual timber. I was going to use this brush thing, this applicator, but I thought I was running short on oil, and I thought I'll just use the brush. It might go a bit further. It didn't. I had to buy another tin, but it was okay. I find it really relaxing doing it this way anyway. You can actually buy cleaning liquids and products and that sort of thing to clean the deck with, depending on how dirty it is. This was pretty good, so I didn't do that step. I didn't really need to do that at all. So I finished the first coat now on the deck, and you can see that it's patchy because the stain was just sucked in, the timber just sucked it in really well. But if you come over here, yesterday I did a second coat on the very first panel, and what a difference that is. Like 2 coats makes such a huge difference. So once I put the second coat on, it should all be uniform and nice and good, and look a lot better, be a lot more professional. You can see here, like looking at that first panel, it's made such a difference, the second coat. Unfortunately, George is going to have to buy some more stain though, because I used almost half a tin just doing that deck, the top of the deck. So she's going to have to buy some more. I told her she would, but she's trying to get away with it cheaply. Well, hopefully it won't rain. And it did rain, and but luckily it had sort of dried and soaked in. I mean, it was just a short time after I'd finished. It did, though, in spots, it did appear to be a bit funny. It went a little bit milky, so I'm not sure whether that actually affected anything. Because the next morning I went out and it was a bit patchy, and I'm not sure whether that was where the rain had sat or whether it had just soaked in different spots irregularly. I did not use the product they suggest to clean it with, because this timber was pretty clean. I did sort of wipe it over, but maybe that might have helped, I'm not sure, but it looked really good. I was really pleased with it. That was after 2 coats and I couldn't be happier. But at the side there, look, it's pretty unsightly, and I'm going to cover that coming up. It's just I thought that I would stain it anyway and see what that looked like. So like I said, I wanted to cover the side piece of it, and I came up with this great idea. I saw this product on the Bunnings website, and it's Merbau garden edging. And Merbau is a beautiful timber. It's a hardwood and it's perfect for outdoors, and I thought I would use that. Originally, I thought I could put slats along the side. The problem is the ground is very uneven and it sort of curves up, and I didn't want to start cutting things. I mean, I'm not a builder, so I didn't really want to get into all of that. Another thing was I thought maybe, you know how you can get garden screens, like this sort of thing, that I could cut maybe this size, and then I thought, well, it's the same problem, I've got to start cutting things. Then I thought, what about some garden edging? And I saw this online and I thought I'll go and have a look at it, and I'll just buy one roll and we'll see how that goes. Have a look at the product and actually see what it's like. It's very good quality, and the panels are joined together by wire, but the wire is very strong. So I'm going to put it along the side here and just attach it to the joists. And I thought, well, that's going to be easy enough to do. So that's what my intention was. And it's actually funny because the length of it was perfect. So I need 2 rolls, and I'll put the end of one roll sort of in the middle of that joist. And by the time that whole roll gets to the end of the deck, look how perfectly that fits. It's almost like it was cut to order, because our deck is 4 meters long and these pieces are around about 2 meters long. So it was absolutely perfect. So I was really pleased with that. I didn't have to cut anything. What I'm doing here is just marking where the joists are, because once I sort of attach the panel up, I'm not going to be able to see where to hammer them into, and with the masking tape it'll give me some sort of guide there. Now, I sort of underestimated how difficult this would be. I'm doing it by myself, and I should have asked for help. I needed someone really to hold on to the other side, but I was thinking, how am I going to do this by myself? And I thought, well, I could use these braces to actually attach them, well, to hold them in place. I only had 3, but I thought, well, that should be enough. The problem with this stuff is it is so heavy. Also, the ground is on a slope, so I needed something to sort of hold it in place. So I got the tin of paint, which worked sort of to a point, but then it just kept falling off whenever I sort of moved it around, and I kept putting it back on. It fell off. I mean, this happened multiple times. I don't show you how many times it happened, but you know, patience pays off. So eventually it worked, and I managed to attach them all in place. So the next step after that was screwing in the screws to attach it. Probably looks silly taping it with masking tape, but it did actually do the job. It held it up enough in the middle. So you can see it's halfway to that joist, then the other panel will start from there as well, so it should be perfectly even. I had a problem drilling, and I don't think my bit was actually hard enough or strong enough, and it just wouldn't go in. It just refused to go in any further. I do have a sneaking suspicion I might know why, as you will find out a bit later, but I had to get David to come out and help me drill.
So there?
Yeah. So I had some screws that I have used for my dowel handles, and I had two sizes. I had a short one and I had a long one. I used the shorter one because it was a good colour, but as it turned out it wasn't quite long enough, and the screw actually popped out when I sort of moved the panel. So I thought I will just put all of the screws, short screws in, just so it's all in place, and then I will take them out and put the longer screws in, and they were much better. They did the job. I think I might have actually got those screws from Choices, actually, because I went to Choices the other day and they sell these screws. I thought it was from Bunnings, but I think it was from Choices, and for a box of those it was only $2.99, which was really good value. And I was really pleased with the first panel, so I think that it just was perfect. Actually, I couldn't believe how perfect it was. Okay, so doing the second panel, I thought, oh great, I've ironed out all of the problems, I know what to do, and I will put this up seamlessly and quickly. It turned out that I still had all the same problems, and it just was the same. It took me a while to do it, but I did get there in the end. As far as drilling the hole goes, I did buy a cobalt drill bit, which is meant for really hard materials, but when I started to drill that in, the same thing was happening. It wasn't going in. I went to get David and he's looking at me drilling it in, and he said, "You're drilling backwards." And I'm thinking, oh, that's probably what I was doing the first time. So I don't advise drilling in reverse. It doesn't get you very far, but yeah, once I'd done that, I just drilled all the holes and put the screws in, and it was pretty much done up to that point. I just put a bit of acrylic paint over the screws because I thought when I stain it, it might just hold the stain on and cover the screws up a little bit better. I just used the same stain that I'd used previously on the deck. I just did one coat. They recommend two, but I can go back and do more coats. And that just finished it off. It looked beautiful, and I was really pleased with the result. It's actually amazing the difference the stain actually makes. I mean, I do like the Merbau as it is without the stain, but if you leave it like that, it's going to go to a silvery grey sort of colour, like any timber does really, and I didn't want that. This is something I guess we'll have to keep staining every so often, but yeah, I'm really happy with the result. It was worth it all. This is the result of it. You can see the before and afters, and I think there's no comparison really. So it just shows you, just sort of thinking outside the box, I guess. And this made it, even though it was a little bit difficult to put on, it really in the long run did make it a beautiful deck, and it made it a lot easier than it would have if I had to start sawing things and cutting things and that sort of thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and gives you some inspiration. I'll see you all in my next week's video, and here's a preview of it coming up. Have a great week, and bye for now. Not a stone wash, but sort of ombre type of thing. So this I didn't want it to be a solid blue. Basically, I just wanted it to be sort of painted over and just